Hi students, let's look at this question here, which is on vectors taken from 2011, the A-level paper 1, question 7. So refer to the origin O, the points A and B are such that OA is A and OB is B. The point P on OA is such that P is 1 to 2. So in other words, this is 1, this is 2. It's not an issue. So this whole vector usually, is a normal convention where we use this as A, this vector here, then this is whole thing here is B, right? So we'll just label this as E. Great. So then the next thing is OP is 1, O is, and then point Q on OB, such that OQ is 2, Q is 2, and QB is, OQ is 3, QB is 2. The midpoint of PQ is M. Great. Find OM in terms of AB, show that the area OP. Okay, great. I think this is pretty okay. So firstly, we need to find OP. Okay, OP here. OP, we could see very clearly. Now, everything is in terms of A and B. So you just express OP as 1/3 of A. Okay, OA. So it's 1 out of 3 of A, 1/3. Then after which OQ is equals to 3 out of 5 of OB. Okay, so this is given. So I took this down. Now the next thing is essentially what we need to do is to find what is OM. So by ratio theorem, right, we already have got this. So essentially by ratio theorem, you look carefully here, this triangle, this small triangle here, okay. So by ratio theorem, we know that the middle guy, OM, will be equals to, because this is midpoint, right, 1 to 1, OM is OP cross multiplications OP plus OQ multiplied by 1, then add up the sum. Actually, just midpoint, I just divide by 2. So OM, we write it down, OM. So hence, this is part 1, is it? Part 1. OM by midpoint theorem. By midpoint theorem. I know that OM is OP plus OQ divided by 2. Then that will be essentially just half A plus 3 over 5B divided by 2, 1/4 A plus 3 over 10B. Okay, so that's it for OM. Sorry, I copied wrongly. This is 3. This is 3. This is 6. 1 over 6. Okay, so this is 3. I copied wrongly. So let's look at the next one, which is show that the area of triangle OPM can be written as this. Okay, area of OPM is this guy here. OPM, we using the cross product, we can just take any adjacent sides and cross them, right? So two adjacent sides, so OPM here. We have OP and OM. So area of triangle OPM, we just take half times OP cross with OM. Okay, so you just take OP cross with OM, half cross product. So that there you go. So here will be 1/3 A cross with OM, which is actually 1 over 6A plus 3 over 10B. Okay, vector B. So what we do is that we just cross A. Now remember, when you cross A is a 0 vector. So you just write this now. A cross, because these are the two parallel vectors, right? So A cross A is 0 plus 1 over 10 A cross B. The scalar multiple in front, we can just merge, just multiply. Now 1/3 times 3 over 10 is just 1 over 10. So this is 1 over 20 A cross B. Am I right? Yeah. So K is, so hence K is equals to 1 over 20. Okay, so this is part 1. I think it's pretty okay. Then we look at part 2. The vector A and B are shown such that 2P minus 6P plus 3P and B is 1, 1 minus 2. Give P is a constant. Given A is a unit vector, find the value of P. Okay, if A is a unit vector, this is not a passing statement. It just means the length of this vector is 1 unit. Right? Unit vector, by definition, is just essentially the length of the vector is 1. It's very useful because if we can find 1 unit, then we could multiply and just find whichever unit we want. So find the exact value of P. what you need to understand is for part 2, mod A is equals to 1. And since A is equals to 2p minus 6p, 3p is equals to 1, so I can just use the magnitude here, which is square root 2p square plus minus 6p square plus 3p square equals to 1. So this will be, p will be 4p square plus 36p square plus 9p square equals to 1. That will be 49. P square equals to 1. So p square, 49, sorry, 49. Great, so this is p square. Is p is a positive constant. Okay, great. So because I got two value here, so it's good that this gives us that p is positive constant. So p is equals to 1 over 7 or negative 1 over 7, open square root, right? So p is equals to, so reject as p is a positive constant, so essentially p is equals to 1 over 7. Okay, exact value of p. Then what we're going to do next is give a geometrical interpretation of a dot b. Now in this case here, what we need to do is understand that this is a unit vector. So if this is a unit vector, just eyeball this. So you can rewrite this as a unit vector b. This is just b unit vector. Like usually I'll just put this side here. This very clearly is essentially just O and this is B. Okay, if you take a unit vector, meaning this is the length of projection of OB onto the what do you call it, the vector OA. Okay, so it's the A dot B, because this is a unit vector, right? This is this is the length that you're looking at. Okay, so is the length of projection of OB on OA. Okay, there you go, done. So now next, evaluate A cross B. Oh, just evaluate. Okay, great. So A cross B shouldn't be an issue. So now that we have A cross B will be 2p minus 6p 3p. P is 1 over 7, right? Cross is 1 minus 2. So don't involve the p in, it's going to be very painful. So I'm going to factorize the 1 over 7 out, so minus 6 3. Then I'm going to cross this. Okay, crossing this will be much easier. So this will be, the p is 1 over 7, so then this cross product will be 12 minus 3. Then we get negative 4 minus 3 here, 2 plus 6. Okay, so this will be 1 over 7. We'll just do this. So 12 minus 3 minus 1 minus 3. So this is 9, 7, 8. Okay, there you go. You can leave it like that. So you just leave it as 9, 7, 8. This is A cross B. Alright, so that's how you do this question here proficiently. If you have any questions at all, please let us know and I'll see you in the next question.